If you are wondering how to tap into your divine feminine energy and have more confidence, girl, you're in the right place because that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. But first, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you are notified every Thursday because I'm dropping these bombs. I'm going to give you some mind-blowing teachings and strategies on how to access your divine feminine energy. So I've helped thousands of women all over the world overcome this lack of confidence by being disconnected from their feminine. It's like the self-doubt, the I don't knows, and the fear, and totally insecure. So I'm about to share this with you. I'm super excited. It's your turn to learn how to access and tap into your divine feminine energy so you can feel more confident too. Let's get right into it. I already got some goosebumps. So the first thing is knowing that you're not alone. When I would get stuck in my head and I would isolate myself, I would pull myself away from everyone and everything. And the very essence of our divine feminine is that we are connected. Like, it gets me teary-eyed every single time. And you notice how even as I let that energy drop in, like, I get really soft, I have goosebumps, and I just completely open. So the first step, the first mindset, the first belief that you have to shift from is like, there is something wrong with me. Why can't I do this? I should know. I'm a woman. We think that we're just supposed to know how to do these things. But the truth is, it's a skill. Just the same way that I learned a handstand, the same way I learned a backflip, the splits, I had to practice, train every day, and then it became really amazing and I became an expert at that skill. So I'm going to give you some techniques to go even deeper into that and to really tap into that feminine energy, and how to, when you get in that state of, oh my gosh, I'm all alone, poor me, the world's against me, my problems are bigger, how to actually overcome that. So the first one is just sitting up really tall, and I'm going to have you put one hand over your heart, and that just actually like brings you back in. So I actually will say to myself, I'm like, pause. Take a pause, girlfriend. And I have these really honest conversations with myself. So hand over my heart, take a pause. And you can be like, stop, or like, hold up, or whatever you feel comfortable with. But mine, I always feel comfortable. You'll hear me all the time say, take a pause. Like, come on, we're being really over dramatic. It's not the end of the world. You're not alone. Every single woman in the entire world has felt this way. And that just snaps me back into like, why am I pretending like this is so much harder for me? Or why am I making it all about me? So hand over the heart, sitting up tall, and take a pause. Now the second one I want you to do, and keeping your hand over your heart, is just 3 breaths, but we're gonna make a sound, because as we start getting into that really insecure place of the self-doubt and the I don't know, and like we just play really small and we shrink and we just completely like separate from our divine feminine, our queen, our freaking Wonder Woman energy that's bomb and amazing and like can just take over the world. It's like so inspiring and so beautiful and so healing. So once we like decide, okay, I'm going to, because it takes courage to take up space, right? So it's like, I am inspiring you to take up space with your breath and use your voice. And it's so simple. And if you feel uncomfortable, good. Like, you should be uncomfortable. That means we're stretching, we're getting a little out of the comfort zone. So just 3 breaths with some sound. So it's like, and on the exhale, we just take some big loud breaths. We'll do 2 more. I like to make sure both feet are on the floor. Again, my hand is to my heart. I've taken a pause, not drama queening it and acting like poor me. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Taking up space. I'm going to be courageous right now, because once we start feeling courage and taking the space to be us and making some sound, it seems so simple, but it's such a game changer. Then we start coming back into that divine feminine. So 2 more breaths. And the last one. And I also smile. You notice I'm not like I'm not all like miserable, like I'm not all bitchy, like Eeyore, like poor me. I'm like, okay, I'm enjoying it. This is fun. So I'd like to know, what could you do with 100% bulletproof confidence? What could you do? And I want you to put it in the comments, because the first part of that is, I get that when you are separated from your divine feminine and you have no confidence, you totally feel like you're all alone. But like, we do have these connections. You're not alone. I've been exactly where you were. I've gone through it, and there are literally millions of other women who feel the same way now, and millions of women who have stepped through that and broken through and are totally connected to their divine feminine and have 100% confidence. Because I know you know those badass bitches that walk in a room and you're like, oh my God, she loves herself. Like, how are you so fearless? Why are you so amazing? Why don't you don't care what anybody thinks? You're not afraid of rejection. You're just you. Like, it's so mind-blowing that it's become a superpower to just be yourself. It's like absolutely mind-blowing. So yeah, I want you to put in the comments, what could you do if you had 100% confidence? And for me, this was the game changer, because I'll tell you that like for 36 years, I wasted my time and my energy, my precious energy, like being so afraid of rejection and being so afraid of doing the wrong thing or saying the wrong thing. And I had so much self-doubt, and I was like, I don't know. So when I have goosebumps. Like, what I can do with 100% bulletproof confidence is I can be me, and I can always have fun. And I was just saying this to a client this morning, like, I have permission to be sexy and energized and energetic and have fun and confident and be me. Like, I feel free. Like, I don't need anybody to come and tell me I'm good enough. I don't need permission from anyone. I'm not 5. I just am free to be myself. And so what does that look like, right? Because we spend so much time focusing on what we can't control and what we don't have, that it's like, maybe if I used a smidge of my energy to focus on solving this problem, then like, what could you do? So I'm dying to hear about that, because you're not alone. And if you like feel real sorry for yourself, it's like, oh, I'm so alone. It's like, no, you're not, bitch. We can connect right here, right now. You're totally not alone. So here's my favorite part of this. Once we start, taking a pause, hand over the heart, coming back, connecting to that divine feminine, and actually, like, our voice is a portal to source energy. So we have a purpose, right? Everything has a purpose. It is a portal. It is a source. This is how we connect to the divine. And when we have this confidence and we are able to I get the way that I just describe it is taking up space. Like, you can be you can make noises, you can clap, you can scream, you can breathe, you can use your voice. That starts to create courage, and the courage creates confidence, and then we have momentum. So what I'm going to inspire you to do is one thing right now, that coming into this space of being in your divine feminine, being like, all right, it's cool, I'm not alone. Lani did this. I can totally do this. I've taken up space. I've used my breath. I've declared to the universe and source that I am here. I am breathing. I am ready to connect to my feminine, and I'm ready to feel 100% confident, because you can't give someone something they don't want. So once you declare that, it's like, okay, right? If you don't want to receive this connection to your birthright, your divine feminine, and if you don't want to feel 100% confident, girl, it ain't never gonna happen. So that declaration with those breaths and that voice. And so I'm gonna inspire you to just take that out into the world and use this space, this courage, this connection, and create some momentum in your own life and connect to that divine feminine. So I'm super excited and interested to see what the next step is gonna be. So I hope you liked it. I'm totally all up in the divine feminine. I live for this. It's something that's not talked about, and I feel like it's such a really special, beautiful, soft place, and where we are the most powerful. The biggest misconception is I can be strong, but I can't be feminine at the same time. Or I can be soft, but I can't be strong. And I'm here to completely blast through that bullshit, because that's what it is. That's a lie. We absolutely can be strong. We absolutely can be soft, and that is the very essence of our divine feminine. And so when you don't have to pretend to be something you're not, like, bam, that's where all the confidence comes from. So if you'd like to hear more about this, you've got to come to my live workshop. It's amazing. It's 5 steps that every woman needs to access your full potential and step into your purpose. It's incredible. It's amazing. The link is in the comments below, so just hit that and sign up. And do not forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I'll be releasing one every Thursday, so I will see you next week.